Can I help you? No.
Oh, am I bothering you?
No, I'm totally
Did I
kidding.
break your concentration?
No, God, no, not at all. Actually, this is fun.
How long have you been drawing?
Well, I've been drawing pretty much my whole life, but professionally, it feels like I just got started yesterday, but I've been doing it for about 10 years now, and it still feels all fresh and new. That's one of the things that I feel very fortunate about, is that every time I sit down, it feels like I can't wait to do what I'm doing right now. It's not like, oh man, I gotta go to work now kind of thing. I stumbled across a job that feels like play. And I actually had quote-unquote real jobs for the longest time, and I didn't know what I was going to do when I grew up. And I stumbled across comic books because they don't require you to actually go to school for this. And when I was in high school, it was kind of told, the understanding was that if you wanted to be a quote-unquote artist, you have to go to art school. So I'm self-taught, and I just figured it was just going to be a hobby. And because I love comic books, a friend of mine was just like, hey, you like to draw, why don't you go to a convention that's coming up here in Chicago and show your stuff around? And that was the beginning of the journey that I've been having the time of my life with. It's been so much fun, and in comics, they don't care that you have a piece of paper hanging on the wall saying you know how to draw. They don't need a diploma per se. So what I did was I went to conventions and would show my portfolio around. And it took me a little while to get my act straight because I didn't know what the portfolio required. And because conventions have so many amazing artists in attendance, they were very generous with advice as to what I should do to incorporate into the pieces. I mean, what kind of pieces to incorporate into the portfolio to be able to showcase my work better, or just to showcase my work, period. Because at the time I didn't even have a portfolio. I just had a random grouping of sketches that I had done. And in comics, it's not just about being able to draw well. You have to be able to tell a story. So what you draw is just as important as how well you can draw. And it took me a little while to kind of catch up, but I was very fortunate to get to a point where I actually started getting assignments, and that kind of kept the hope alive to keep going with it.